It's Eric Previn, the county resident from District 3 and a 3rd District candidate for county supervisor. Last week, I was interrupted after about 1:57 by Supervisor Malina. I'd like to finish those remarks. In late April, the Los Angeles Register, something like a Fox News outlet for print here in the region, some may remember Mayor Antonovich awarded them a few weeks ago here in this room, published an article specifically about my candidacy for supervisor. As the title makes abundantly clear, board watchdog seats seat at table, Citizen Previn taking long shot at election. Clearly, the reporter asked Mr. Fujioka's office to go on the record with respect to their opinion of me. It's an easy situation to deal with. The only possible response to such a request is to respectfully refrain from commenting, given that it is strictly forbidden for county officials to use resources or the power of their office to influence an election. What Mr. Fujioka did instead, he had the Director of Public Affairs, David Summers, contribute to a grotesque and virulent ad hominem attack on my integrity. If Mr. Fujioka wants to endorse a candidate on his own time, of course he's free to do that. That's his business. He can volunteer for that candidate 24 hours a day. But to use the power and authority of being the county CEO to impugn my motives, painting a grotesque and debased picture of me, is beyond the pale. Mr. Fujioka and Mr. Summers, my efforts to let LA residents see how their public servants are comporting themselves are protected and in fact encouraged by the California Public Record Act and the Brown Act, landmark pieces of legislation that protect our free society. It's worth quoting the opening lines of the Brown Act. The people, in delegating authority, do not give their public servants the right to decide what is good for the people to know and what is not good for them to know. The people insist on remaining informed so that they may retain control over the instruments that they have created. A friend from New York saw the episode last week and commented, "Wow, what a strange sort of kangaroo court they have going on there. There's something deeply troubling about an elected public official using her bully pulpit to demean or disparage a concerned citizen through innuendo, especially when her argument is not based on fact. What is more troubling is that her concerns are raised as a question, but your response or defense is literally squelched. It does not matter if the supervisors could still hear you. It matters that the public could not." So with that in mind, I would like to make a Public Record Act request, and I will do so with Paul Kim in the appropriate channel that you've set up for me as a designated responder, Paul Kim. He's an attorney in your office that you've asked me to deal with, and we will discuss this again. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I think that's the end of the